Hi, Agendites, and welcome to this episode of Does This Meeting Have an Agenda? Today, we not only have one guest for you, nor do we only have two, but this time around, we have three amazing guests in today's meeting. Yes, we will get a chance to talk to Daniel, Hannah, and Tate, who all just came back from their mission trip to Mexico. So listen in as we first get to know Tate a little bit more, since it's her first time on our pod, and then we get to hear some fun stories from the group. Enjoy!
Josh
is now joining.
Lawrence
Is now joining.
Does this meeting have an agenda?
So today on the pod, we have Josh, co-host.
Hello, everyone.
We have Daniel.
Hello.
We have Hannah.
Hello.
And we have Tate.
Hello.
And we're so excited to have them on to talk about their trip in Mexico.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Vacation.
Not vacation.
Not vacation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't think anyone has met Tate yet because it's Tate's first time on the pod.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
Yay.
Josh, do you have a question for Tate?
I do.
An intro
Yeah.
question.
Tate, would you rather fight one duck-sized horse or 10 horse-sized ducks?
I think that's
Answer the question, Tate. Answer the question.
Wait,
That's like going,
10?
would you rather fight
I forget
one
what the
size-
options were.
One
One duck-sized.
duck-sized horse.
I will fight one duck-sized horse.
Nice.
Or one horse-sized duck.
Pretty
That's
little.
good.
Pretty
Or
little. That's a
one
little horse,
duck-sized
and
duck.
I think I could take it if I'm being honest.
Oh, I think it's like
Nice.
it's supposed to be 10 of the big ones.
No.
No, 10 of
No,
the
sorry,
little ones.
I
10
said
you
what I
he
said.
or one
I
of the
said
big ones.
what I said.
And you know what?
Nice.
Great question.
That was
Mm.
really good.
You really put a twist on it.
I did.
That's very
See?
telling.
Josh original.
Trying to keep you on your toes.
Mm.
Thank you.
Your toesis.
Mitosis.
Our
Yeah.
tosis.
Do you have a question for Tate?
I do.
Okay.
So, Tate,
Mm-hmm.
you recently moved to British Columbia
I did.
from center of Canada, I think, right?
You can probably say where
Central
she's from.
Canada?
It's pretty
It's a pretty
big place.
pretty
You
big
probably-
place.
Oh, okay.
You can
You can say the word from
Ontario.
You know the
Vancouver.
province?
the
Ontario.
word Ontario. Yeah,
Nice.
Yes.
I did.
So my question is, you drove here, right?
I sure did.
Are there any memorable points of interest that you stopped at on your drive here?
Yes, absolutely.
'Kay.
So I've
Nice.
driven through Canada 3 times now.
Wow.
By far, one of my favorite stops is called the Wawa Goose. It's
Nice.
in Northern Ontario
Been there.
in Wawa, and it's a goose statue. That's probably I don't know how to measure things that great, but I'm saying at least 40 feet
It's
tall.
like a horse.
Wow.
Bigger.
Okay.
A horse
Oh,
is
horse-sized
One
not
horse-sized
40
goose.
feet tall.
Oh,
also.
40 hands. A horse is 40 hands.
Like in
One more
total?
time?
Or 40 hands tall?
40 hands
40
tall. That's
hands.
how you measure
Who's
a horse.
getting 40 hands on a horse?
That's how you measure them. They're
Oh,
measured
yeah.
in
Like
hands.
little hands or big hands?
I don't know.
Is
Just
it the
hands.
width of a hand or the length of a hand?
Is it like thumb? Yeah, is it thumb to pinky or is it wrist to end of middle finger?
End of middle finger.
It's thumb to pinky of
Hands
one of
spread out.
yeah one of
Oh,
Briley's
like a
hands.
palm.
Oh,
Whoa.
it's like the hypotenuse of the horse.
Yes.
The hypotenuse.
Wow.
Nice.
The diagonal.
Wow.
Yeah, diagonal of the horse. But anyway, so there's a big statue.
Yeah, of a massive goose. So
Yeah.
probably I get really excited when I hit the Wawa Goose.
Okay.
Did you visit the giant sausage?
No. Did
That
not
one's
stop there.
That one's pretty
No-
wild.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Is it bigger than the goose?
Is it a real sausage or a statue of a
Edible?
sausage?
It's a stasis. It's a statue of a sausage.
Is it a
Wow.
real goose? We haven't asked that question yet.
No, it's fake, but its
Okay.
wings are out. You can Google it. It's the Wawa Goose, and it's one of my favorites. I would say hello to it.
And this is a place called Wawa.
A city, like
A
a little
city.
town. I would say there's. Oh, that's the sausage.
That's the sausage.
I thought that was the goose.
That's not a goose.
Not
It's a
the goose.
sausage.
That's a goose that became a
For all of our
sausage.
for all of our
Hilarious.
listeners.
So
Yeah.
I
Now
They just
Google
heard
the Wawa
static.
Goose.
They just heard cell phone static.
That's
There's
so
that.
funny.
Also, I really like Banff.
Bam.
Banff is so pretty.
It's very pretty.
Love band.
When I'm there, I feel like the main character, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
This is, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, pretty
What
big
is that?
goose.
Tell 'em- that's the
Wow.
Wawa
Oh.
Goose.
Wait, Josh, can you show our audio listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Nice.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
It's good.
I definitely imagined a duck.
That's not a. That's. But it's not. It's the Wawa goose, though, not a Wawa duck.
Key difference.
Would you rather fight one
Wawa
Wawa?
goose. Or one Wawa
I would
duck.
surrender to the Wawa Goose. I
yeah.
like. There's no way I'm winning against that thing.
Those are like
Surrender
the
to the
most,
Wawa goose.
I think they're like the most annoying animals we have.
Geese are.
Yeah, geese.
I would agree.
They just poop everywhere, and it's so annoying.
Hmm.
And
Do
then
you think
they,
you could beat a goose in a fight?
could I beat a goose in a fight?
Mhm.
Just one?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many geese do you think would it need to be to take you out?
Oh, I don't know.
What if they're like angry?
Probably 7.
7? You
Yeah.
think?
Seven?
You think
Wait.
7's your number? Are you talking
Yeah.
about? Wait, is there saying for yourself or for Lawrence?
Oh, for myself.
For yourself, 7
You could beat
geese.
7 geese?
Would
I
you have
think so.
weapons?
No.
Bare hands. Bare hands. I could probably
Just-
take like at least maybe 10.
I feel like you
10
could just like
geese?
tie their neck in a knot or something
That's
like that.
crazy.
I mean, that's a strategy.
I think geese are actually pretty like,
Hardy.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like, because apparently, I can't remember, but like their wings, if they like hit you with their wings, it's
Yeah.
like
You
I
die.
heard, I heard that.
No
too.
way.
instantly, or like it's pretty tough. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a really strong punch
Wow.
with one wing hit.
Yeah, that's
think
if they can
they-
catch me.
I think it's like shattered glass.
If you run, it
before.
doesn't count as
Wow.
beating them in a fight.
Wait, it's shattered glass?
I think so.
Like they can break into your car?
yeah, well, I think
Those things are
I
crazy.
think I saw a video of either like
Goose.
a duck or I'm pretty sure it was like a goose that
Wawa
that
goose or
like
Wawa
walked
duck?
up to a convenience store
Funny.
and then it, like hit it with its like wing and it like cracked the glass. What? Yeah.
That reminds me of a song.
What's on?
Hmm.
The duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey,
Wah, wah, wah.
got any grapes?"
Nice.
Hey, I don't actually. Can you keep going? I don't think I know that song. Is there a second verse?
The man said, "No, I just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Do you want to give it a go?" The duck said, "No." I think that's how it goes.
What happened after that?
And then he waddled away. Waddle,
Waddle,
waddle.
waddle, waddle.
Mm.
Until the very next day. Wah, 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 wah.
Nice. That was so
Very
good.
good.
A great song.
Great song.
Yep. Do you guys teach anyone in Mexico the song?
No.
You could have.
It's a good
I think
tradition.
someone sang it.
No shot.
yes. No, you're so right.
What?
Yes,
Song.
you are so right. And I think
Was it John?
It was for sure Luke. Oh,
we
sorry.
name drop people.
I don't know.
You just can't drop last names.
Oh.
I think it was Miles.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Definitely a Miles move. Shout out Miles.
That gives Miles for sure.
Yeah.
Does that give him Miles vibes?
I think so.
Yeah.
We did learn some Spanish songs though.
And we did.
Not
like.
including the duck.
Ooh, yeah.
Ready, Hannah?
Let's hear the Spanish
Let's
song.
hear the Spanish
Yes.
songs that we learned that I
Okay.
taught to everyone.
See.
That's so.
Okay, you ready?
No.
5. Okay. Here we go.
Wait, can I get an F one more time?
La.
That's probably in there somewhere.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Uno, dos, tres.
Esta lucecita. Yolade.
We
Is that
are
right?
Yola. Wait, say it
Yole
again.
dejo.
Yola.
Yola dejo.
Briar. Yola. Oh, sorry. Esta
Esta lucecita.
Yola dejo brillar.
Esta lucecita.
Yo le dejo brillar. Brillará. Brillará.
Stay on click.
Brillará.
Wow.
That was this little light.
Yeah.
This little
in
light of mine,
Spanish.
even.
Espanol.
Espanol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Do the kids like that song?
They
They
really
did.
did.
Yeah.
The first
Oh,
time
yeah.
we sang it, they stared at Daniel with like unblinking eyes.
They did.
But by the third time,
They got it.
they got it.
They got
Oh,
pretty amped.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. They did not mosh, unfortunately.
They didn't
As much
mosh?
as I couldn't figure out how to translate mosh into Spanish.
They moshed to this one song though about like a frog.
A frog.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a song about there's like it's just like describing a frog, and we're like, how is this a Christian song? But then it goes, the frog is really happy because he has a best friend, Jesus. And then it
So
goes,
cute.
and then the frog jumps, and then these kids legitimately like climbed onto picnic tables, jumped off the picnic tables, grabbed onto beams hanging from the ceiling, and did like pull-ups.
And then they
for
jumped
the frog
off.
song.
And like jumped off and landed into their penis
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was like 70 of them.
in like a really tight little cafeteria.
Yeah.
They also moshed to a piñata.
And they did mosh
Oh,
with
yeah.
pinata.
I've never seen kids mosh so hard.
We had pinatas for like I guess it would have been like the last day of like them being at the school or something like that. And we had like one for like the bigger kids and then one for the younger kids. And it was crazy because they would all they were like all in a line, right, waiting to their turn to play the to you
hit
know
the piñata?
hit the piñata.
Yeah.
And it was insane because like these kids like they would like, 'cause, like especially the younger kids, they wouldn't really like knock it like too hard at all. So it'd be like the littlest hole that opens, and then out of this tiny little hole, like one candy would fall out, and then almost like on like the moment the candy like hits the ground, effectively like all like 40 something kids like dog pile trying to get this one
Yeah.
piece of candy,
One
and then the kid that's blindfolded
It's like still swinging.
still swinging this giant like metal stick.
And then like later on, they were like, so for the big kid pinata, they kept taping it up. So like it took a little while. So like, oh, youth kids, go in there and help them out. So
Our youth kids.
Our youth kids are like
The
15,
Canadian kids.
16,
The Canadian
the
kids.
Canadian kids.
Yeah.
And they can swing a bat like pretty fast. So they're like, we have to make this way harder for them. So what they did is that they like spun them in circles till they got dizzy, blindfolded them, and then gave them like a heavy bat. So one of the kids like started off facing the piñata, but he was so dizzy. But he kept swinging, and he was swinging so fast you could like hear it in the air. And then he turned around and started coming towards like a group of like small children, and was like still swinging his bat. We're like, no.
At
The
one
other
point, I
way,
think
the
we had to like grab him because he was gonna clock like a 6-year-old with a bat.
He was like, the
Chelsea,
piñata's
no.
here. Anyway,
You can't have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
No.
yeah. Even
Yeah.
when we tell them like, so with like when our youth kids were swinging, like they were still swinging really hard, and they didn't know that any candy had fallen.
Yeah.
And like without fail, like no matter the risk, you'd have like these kids from being like the little 4-year-olds to like 12-year-olds
Oh.
like diving on the candy, and like the kids who got on top would try and dig their way to the bottom
Through
of the
other
dog
kids.
pile to get to the candy, and you'd be like, guys, be careful. They did not care about being careful.
No.
They just wanted
Mm-hmm.
the candy.
Honestly, I hope that maybe one day I will find something that I'm as passionate about in life
Yeah.
as these kids are candy.
Honestly, me too.
Right? Because the joy that these kids, just like a little itty bitty like wrapped gummy that was like stepped on, dirty wrapped stepped on gummy bear, whatever. This kid was like willing to risk his life for it. I don't think I've done anything in my life that I'm like that really ready to
Just jump
risk
in
it all. Yeah,
What about
maybe one day.
Christ?
Christ.
Christ is my dirty wrapped gummy bear. Is that what you wanted me to say? Hun?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh.
Crazy.
We can bleep that out.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out. Cut that out. Producer John, protect your
thing.
identity.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have they like? So did you bring the piñatas? And it was like just a thing that your group brought down.
We
or
bought them from like a nearby like a candy store,
a candy store.
and then we
Okay.
stuffed them.
But they do pinatas though.
Yes,
like
they
they
do.
have like for little events. They
But
have
these
a pinata.
pinatas are like not like what we have here.
Mm-mm.
Like
Okay.
they are
extremely sturdy.
like paper mache
Yep.
to like the nines, and like every single character you could ever imagine.
Mhm.
It's like life size Mario
Wow.
and
Well,
Chase.
Mario isn't in real life.
Chase. What's
Chase the
Chase?
Chase the Paw
From
Patrol
Paw
pup.
Patrol.
Chase, who's also life size, bigger than life size.
Bigger than life size.
Yeah.
Mario also
Bigger than a regular German Shepherd.
Yeah.
I'm saying though, like if Mario was a real human,
it would be like a little disproportionate, but that would be about his
Yeah.
height.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was legit.
It was
Wait, how
big.
tall do you think Mario is?
I mean, he's Italian,
Yeah.
so I think they skew a
I
little
think he's
shorter.
Japanese, but that's okay.
Even worse. That does not help the height thing.
Is he shorter than Luigi?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going like 5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 5.
Right on 5.
Yeah.
I was
thought
going
he
like
maybe
5'2".
5'3".
5'3".
Yeah, I was going
No.
5'2".
But he's wide, right?
That doesn't help his height though.
That's true.
Am
He can
I
still be wide and
Mario?
short.
Wait, is Josh Mario?
You just described me.
Wait.
Yeah,
a
kind of
mustache.
like
Did you say
Mario for a second?
5'5". Yeah, do the thing.
Say it's a me?
It's a me,
Sure.
Mario.
2 out of 10.
It's a me, Mario. Super Mario Brothers.
So funny.
They're from the Midwest.
I'm sure it's like one of those things though, where it's like maybe this is a little bit too niche, but you know, like how like you look at like a Pokemon and you're like, this is clearly like a caterpillar, like it's gonna be small, but then on the Pokedex, it's like this caterpillar is 11 feet tall.
Oh yeah, like Peppa Pig
Yeah.
is technically like 7 feet tall.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like canon. This is canon that Peppa Pig is like 7'2".
That
Yeah,
What
search
pig
it up
is that big?
Search it up on Google.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
on the Google.
I don't
That's
have-
How big is Daddy Pig then?
as big as
I don't know.
Goliath.
At least bigger than Peppa.
Oh my
like 10
goodness.
feet.
So
He's gotta be
the
10
same is
feet.
true for Mario, where it's something like we're looking at him like, yeah, it's a short Italian plumber guy, but in reality is like 8'3" or something stupid.
That'd
But
be
he's like
crazy.
proportionally
fights a
proportionally
gorilla.
as if he was like
Yeah.
3 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's 8 feet tall, but he's almost as wide as he is tall.
Mm.
You know? Like
Good
the
for him.
piñata.
Yeah. Going back to Mexico for a second.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's
sorry.
hear about it.
No, I was gonna. It's not really about Mexico at all. I was just like talking to one of the, like when we got the piñatas, we had like kind of put them to the side just so kids don't preemptively rip them to shreds. And I was talking to one of the girls, I don't know, whatever, probably like 4 or 5 something. And I was like, oh, like, are you excited to like break the piñata or whatever? And
Did you ask her in English or Spanish?
in Spanish?
In Spanish. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was,
Yeah, so what'd you say?
it's okay. But I was
So
like,
the listeners know that you can speak Spanish.
yeah, I can speak Spanish.
He was faking it the whole time.
Huh?
You actually don't know any Spanish.
No,
you
but
just
she's speaking
faked it.
Simlish.
Dana was going me 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 me, and then pretending to translate
Yeah.
for 2 weeks straight.
She said that she thinks you're fat. So she said that? I was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
She
she
sure
did.
Yeah, she did, and a bunch of other racial slurs. It was really weird.
Whoa.
Spicy.
This is a spicy Mexico
It
trip.
was a spicy little girl. Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
This little 4-year-old.
the little 4-year-old got a lot of vitriol behind her eyes. Anyways, same 4-year-old though. I was talking to her about the piñatas, and I was like, "Are you excited to break the piñata?" And she was like, "Yes, I don't like the little man though." Referring to Mario, and I was like, "Do you know who the little man is?" She's like, "No, but he's ugly." And I said, "Bet." That's fair enough. She's like, "I like the dog." I'm like, "I like the dog too."
Because they
So-
don't
If
have
you don't,
like, TV or video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they don't know.
They don't know.
True.
yeah.
Oh.
So like, if you didn't know, Mario would be kind of weird.
I guess, yeah. Like, why is this little guy?
Oh, why are we-
Who's this little
Why
guy?
are we opening him
Why
up?
is he stepping on my pet turtles?
So,
But,
they have like characters in this piñata shop
Mm,
of all of these, like, I guess, characters we would recognize, but none of the kids would.
Oh, the kids would, just not the Tamaran kids.
Not the Tamaran kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they don't have media.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like we got the piñatas like in town,
Yeah.
and then we drove for like 13 hours with these piñatas.
With the piñatas?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Should we talk about why we went there?
Maybe.
I was gonna ask why.
we didn't just go for piñatas.
jumped
That was
right
so
into
much
it.
fun.
I don't know if anybody knows what y'all talking about. So, why did y'all go to Mexico? It wasn't for vacation, was it?
No.
Mm.
Well,
Who would like to explain? Daniel can't talk because he's talked.
I've talked
Just
too
kidding.
much.
That's a
Tate, do you want to talk?
Okay. I can say some things, and then maybe Hannah can pitch on to anything I miss. So basically, our church has been like partners with a pastor from Mexico for the past, I think it's like 22 years. And this pastor, when he was like 18, had like heard a call from God to like go in and share the gospel to this like unreached people group. And so he literally just like traveled. I think it was for like 7 days.
Something crazy, yeah, like by
Something
himself.
By himself and like got a mule like somehow, and like hiked these mountains and then found these people, and like started a church there, which is like so phenomenal. And then from that has like built a relationship with these people, and now has established like a church, a community, and even a boarding school where children from like different communities essentially like hike in 5 or 6 hours every single week, and then they stay at the school all week. They get fed, they get an education, and it's completely like paid for. The only thing that their parents have to give is like, I think it's 2 bags of firewood they have to give for like the semester. And then everything else for their like children is covered. And then at the end of the week, the kids like hop into the back of a pickup truck. They like drive halfway up the mountain, and then they drop them off at like a central location. And these like 6-year-old kids like walk 7 hours home by themselves for the weekend. Like it's so wild. But then like through that, they've like established like more like leaders in their church, and like have then sent out those leaders. And there's now, I believe it's 2 more church plants that have happened.
I think they said there's 6 in total.
Just kidding. There's 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
We just visited 2.
We
Yeah.
did.
And so, yeah, they're just like going into like villages or like places where people have like never heard of Jesus before, and like starting something, which is so cool. So we went basically just as like partners, and it really was cool because it felt like we weren't really doing too much, which is like really great. Like they had such amazing systems and I guess like, I don't want to call it like procedures, but like established like relationship and community in place, that it felt like when we were there, we just really got to like come alongside them and like cheer them on for what they were doing, and kind of just like offer extra hands in situations, which was like the best ever. Yeah. Did I miss anything?
No, that's pretty good.
You said that there were youth kids. Was this like a youth mission trip by nature, or was it like a mixed bag of people that went?
Yeah, we had there was 23 people from like our entire church, and 8 of them were youth students, and then
Right on.
everybody else ranged from like ages 18 to 70 something in their 70s.
Maybe low 70s.
Low 70s.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was multi-generational people coming together,
Yeah, so
Wow.
which is so
really great.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of fun.
so you mentioned the boarding school and being able to like visit 2 of them. Was that the only thing that you guys did there? What were the types of like activities or projects did you guys get up to, if there were any projects?
Oh, I guess I can talk. So we had like, so it took us like 4 days to get to the canyon, and then like 4 days to get out of the canyon. So we really kind of spent like, or maybe not 4 days, like 3 to 4 days. We were there for like 7 days, like in the canyon. So when we were at the boarding school, it was like mainly like just playing with the kids. Like for the kids, apparently like every year they're like, when are the Canadians coming? Because for them it's kind of like a summer camp, you know?
Right.
Where it's like they have like all these like new people who are there like just to play with them. So we just played with them for like hours, like for so long, and they like never get tired of like the same games, and it's great. And then we did like a couple work projects. One of them was like we made like a little stage, and then all the people who were like skilled labor, who was not me, did all like the complicated concrete work, and then I shoveled dirt into the concrete mixer.
Yeah, you did.
And then the people who like actually worked there were putting in maybe like 3 to 4 shovels for every one shovel that I could put in the
It was
mixer.
really good.
And then also, like, I think they're not very used to, like, girls doing work, or they feel bad. So every time, like, I didn't do a whole lot, because every time I'd, like, pick something up, like, someone would come by and be like, no, don't worry about it.
Mhm.
And then I'd, like, have to find something else to do.
Yeah.
And then we made, like, well, I didn't do this. The boys made a sidewalk outside the boarding school,
Mhm.
and then I helped paint inside.
There was tiling.
There was, I did not do any tiling, but
Me
there
neither,
was
but
tiling.
there was tiling.
Some people did tiling. But yeah, and then we went to like, we like hiked or drove to like different church plants in the area, or like 2 different ones, and then we did like a little VBS with the kids there,
Mhm.
and then they did like men's ministry, like women's ministry. We did like help put on like a race. They have like a big like fiesta day where they have like a half marathon
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
that everyone runs. I did
Yeah.
not run the half marathon.
I also did not
I
run
did,
the
also
half
did not run a
marathon.
half marathon.
Did any Canadian run it?
A couple of youth kids did, and one of our
Did they
leaders.
finish it?
2 of our.
2 of the Canadians finished it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of them being a 16-year-old youth kid who's only ran 3 kilometers in his life.
I can't stand him.
And he showed up and
He's
just,
so annoying.
he ran a half marathon faster
in
than the
khakis
other guy
also.
in like khakis and a random t-shirt, faster than the other guy who had been like had done ultra marathons before.
Yeah, like our
And
other.
he's like, no, I don't like running. I probably won't do this again. And it's like, brother.
Yeah, but also he's like 16 and weighs like $120.
Yeah,
You know what I
That's
mean?
very true.
He's like, I think he's like
16-year-old
6'3".
speed. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he like runs through the finish line. I was like, "Oh, buddy, like, are you tired?" He goes, "Yeah, that was a long race." Like not out of breath, like nothing. I'm like, "Can I
Yeah.
get you like some water?" And he goes, "Yeah, bro, I could probably use some water right now. That would be nice." I said, "Cool, let's go." Yeah. So it was really great to see
Yeah.
him do that.
It's also like what, like mid-30s maybe.
Yeah.
It was like hot as all
Yeah.
day.
I got a 2nd-degree sunburn on my back.
She did a blister.
So I
It's disgusting.
couldn't imagine running it.
No, for sure.
Was there altitude too? Were you
Oh
guys
yeah.
high?
Yeah.
We're altitude.
I think it was
300 meters. Something.
2,300 meters.
Like effectively, I think what the consensus was is that we were like around the height of Seymour.
Oh.
yeah.
yeah.
So not insane.
No,
You
but
wouldn't
it's
get
definitely,
altitude.
huh?
You wouldn't get like altitude sickness.
No, but like I mean, I don't know how real it is, but I was talking to somebody about it because like there was like a little hill we had to hike up to get to like the guys' rooms, anyways. And I like mentioned it like, oh yeah, so this hill like kills me every time, da da da. And they're like, well, you have to remember like you're at altitude. And I was like, oh, I guess so, hey, like. I don't know. I just thought I was out of shape.
Makes you feel better about yourself.
It does for sure.
Which is
Like
great.
every
It's a
little
good
thing
way
I
to
did, I was
blame.
like, wow, I'm so tired. Must be the altitude. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, guy absolutely breezed past a 21 kilometer. It goes nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
Stupid.
ultra guy was just like, oh, I thought it was longer.
Yeah,
I was
maybe.
actually saving myself for like
Saving
the
my
rest
energy.
of the race.
Right.
Saving my goose or whatever they're called.
Sorry. You what?
The goose.
The Wawa Goose?
Like the gel.
The gel. Isn't it called a goo?
It's
called
called gel.
No, it's called a G. It's GU.
That's the brand.
Oh, the
Yeah, a
brand.
goo.
Oh,
Come
my
on.
fault. My fault. My fault.
Come
It's
on,
like the
yeah, I'm a
Kleenex, you
runner.
know? The Kleenex of
The Wawa Goose.
Wawa
That was great.
That was
40.
funny.
It's 40 hands tall.
It's crazy.
A lot of hands.
A lot of hands. Not a lot of goo. Anyways.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that was great.
Oh, yeah. What else did we do? We did a little staff appreciation dinner.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that
Yeah.
was really fun.
Did you guys make Canadian food?
Kind of. We made a
well,
casserole.
it was like
Casserole.
Are they stoked about the casserole?
Is it
They
a
were.
whoa pasta?
we made like gentrified
Gentrified.
kind of Mexican.
What
You
does
know,
that word
not
mean?
gentrified.
Not gentrified.
Like,
I don't think you have
not-
gentrified. I think you're using gentrified.
it was casserole, but it was like
Mexican flavors.
like Mexican flavors ish, but it was still a casserole.
So you made like
Like
White people
We
Mexican
made do.
food.
yeah,
is what we
that's what I
did.
mean.
I think you did
Gentrified
is
Mexican
like
food a little bit.
like
It's
how
not
they make
gentrified.
Chinese
Not gentrified.
food Canadian here.
Yeah.
You made like Canadian food Mexican there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kinda.
Loki.
Kind
Well,
of.
Low-key.
It was like, well, it was a casserole, but like we
Yeah.
just didn't have the things that we would normally use for the casserole available to us.
Yeah.
like different like the
Then it was,
cheeses
like,
and stuff and the
Texas
spices,
spices or
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
just had to kind of we made a
Yeah, it was
casserole,
really
but
good,
like
though.
it was delicious.
I ate it and I was like, wow, I missed eating noodles.
And we also
Mhm.
had birthday cake because it was my birthday on staff
It
appreciation
was.
day.
And then Tate said-
wow.
Please don't tell anyone about my birthday. And then we had 2 different birthday celebrations for her.
It's true, and I almost cried
And actually, this is another
out
one.
of fear.
Happy birthday.
That's okay. We don't need to do that.
You almost cried out of fear.
And yeah, because I don't like people singing happy birthday to me.
And it happened twice.
And it happened twice. And the
One
second
time in Spanish.
was in Spanish. And the Spanish happy birthday, I didn't know that it's a very long song. And so I stood there holding my birthday cake, having to smile at all of these people, like trying to understand what they're saying, but then also not comprehending whatsoever. And then they pranked me and they gave me one of those candles that doesn't actually blow out. So then I looked like a knob, just like standing
knob.
up,
Not a knob.
trying to like blow out this candle, and I
And
couldn't.
then all the like, so this is like all the staff and all like the church, like the Tarmahan, like church leaders in the area. And they're all looking at Tate, going,
laughing,
Pointing and laughing at Tate.
pointing and laughing at me.
Like in love.
yeah.
Totally in love, but also I was humiliated.
Oh, and for sure.
In the
as you
best way
should.
possible.
Yeah, yeah,
Super
yeah.
thankful and grateful that they would do that for me. The birthday cake, I will say, best cake I've ever had.
Oh, so good.
One of the ladies there made it for me, and it was delicious. It was like a dulce de leche cake.
That was great.
A plus.
She, because the lady speaks like a little bit of English,
Yeah.
but she was like, it's like 3 milk cake. I was like, 3 milk? I don't know what that is.
Almond oat
What
cow.
kind of, how many
Soy.
kinds of milk are in the cake?
Soy, oats.
And then she was
cow.
like, and I was like, oh, like, tres leche.
Tres leches.
Tres leche cake.
Mm.
Because we just called by the Spanish name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
3 milk
translated
cake.
it.
And she
And
did.
it was pink.
Yeah.
And it was pink. Barbie.
Yeah,
Tate
like
likes
me.
pink.
Mm-hmm.
After your sunburn.
Yeah, after I was pink.
And you
Pink
were,
for a
you
long
matched.
time.
Actually, that's another funny thing is the youth kids were all coming up with like nicknames for each other. And so they started calling me Wonder Bread because
Hilarious. A classic.
I'm white.
What?
Very
Really?
surprise.
No way.
Very white.
You're so tan.
And then when I came back with a second-degree sunburn on my back, they were like, "Oh my goodness, you're like burnt toast now." So then they all started calling me Toast.
Toast.
So my nickname for the trip was Toast, which is great.
Pretty close to Tate.
Pretty close, honestly.
Honestly,
I've been called worse.
Maybe if you introduced yourself as Tate, more of the Mexican kids would have known your name. Or sorry, Toast.
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 Yeah.
What is Spanish for toast? You don't speak
It's
Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish. I'm a fake.
That was really good
Gracias.
Spanish.
Gracias.
I know the verb is like twistar.
To toast?
Twistar. To toast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that
Me.
like to toast bread, or
Yeah.
is it like to toast, like?
Oh,
Well, it's like to
like
toast.
champagne.
Oh no, it's like to like toast it, like cooking.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say it was again?
Twistar.
Oh, nice.
Twistar.
That's also a thing I realized because sometimes people would go like, "Oh, how do you say this word? Whatever," and then I would say it in Spanish, and then no one understood me. So what I had to start doing is I had to start saying the Spanish words but with an English accent, and then people would start understand were able to understand the word that I was trying to say. Like Hannah at one point asked me how to say like tired.
Yeah.
Right. So the word is like cansada. But like
Say what? Was that
cansada.
again? I don't
Cansada?
understand.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Cansada.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Because when
Why
Daniel
didn't
says
you
it's
say
fast,
so?
I don't know if it's a D or an L. If it's like cansalas or consadas.
That's That's the friend of. That's the last.
Anyway.
Last name of our friend.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I was gonna say
That's
Marco.
So
Anyways.
Hello.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
So-
doxed. Josh.
that's okay. We'll cut it. We'll mute it. Bleep it.
We'll
Anyways.
leave it. It won't even be there.
Yeah.
No one will know.
hmm
Yeah.
Hey, something else really fun happened during the trip, didn't it? Tate?
Yeah, Tate, you sound like you have a lot of fun stories.
So funny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I do.
You said you didn't run the half marathon,
But you're
Yeah, what
pretty
happened?
active. You're a pretty active gal. Why don't you run the half marathon too?
Well, I've seen you like around in Hokas, so
Yeah,
what's
you
going
must
on?
And I
run.
do love my Hokas. Yeah, so I didn't run because I annihilated my ankle 3 days into the trip.
annihilated.
Which and it was
Yeah.
an annihilation of all 3 ligaments in my ankle, which was so great.
Whoa.
Should I share the story?
Yeah, please do.
I think it's a really good story. So, on the 3rd day of our trip, we were at like a ranch and we were doing a little work project. The one that Hannah was talking about,
The
shoveling,
stage, the
shoveling
concrete,
all the
shoveling.
concrete.
Yeah.
So worked
Oh,
really
so
hard.
this is like you like beyond the 4 days that it took to get to the place.
no
Oh,
pre getting there.
Yeah.
Pre-
So we hadn't
We
actually
didn't even
gone.
get where we were going.
We kind of landed, drove for a while, got to a ranch, and that's where we were. This is where the story takes place.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So after the work project, we had some lunch, and then I noticed some of our students like sneaking off to like the other side. There, like on the property, there was like this brick wall. If you cross the brick wall, there's like kind of like a gravel pit, and then like the actual ranch where like all the animals were. So I saw the students like running. I was like, where are they going? You know, without supervision, what the heck? So I went over to them. I was like, what are you guys doing? And they said, we're going to see the cows. And I was like, not without me or not. You know, I want to go see cows. So I
Yeah.
told them, okay, you guys, we can go see the cows. Like 2 rules. 1, I can come with you. And 2, no one gets hurt. Okay. They're like, yeah, Jay, up for an adventure. I was really cool in their eyes for about 20 minutes. And
Nice.
then, so we like go over, we're like seeing the animals. And then it starts like downpouring. Like the biggest raindrops I've ever seen in my
Like
life.
thunder, lightning.
Thunder, lightning, and like probably like I don't know if there's a coin bigger than a toonie, but if there was, that would be the size of the raindrops
Yeah,
coming
there,
down.
it was like you could like stand outside and you could like feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. Sorry, but genuinely though, it was like you would stand outside. And it's like wow, these like hurt kind of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, guys, like time to go. Like we have to go. Oh no, Tate, we want to play in the rain. I was like, "Ah, you guys, fine memories. And then they all started like standing under a tree in a thunderstorm.
Oh, good.
So I'm like, okay, guys, now is actually time. We're gonna put our thinking caps on and let's not stand under a tree. So they were like, okay, it's raining really bad now. Let's run. So by this point, the gravel pit had turned into a river, and so there was like a big rock pile to kind of like where we could cross the river before we had to get over like the brick wall. So we were running back, and I like in my head can picture like this like marvelous like jump that I did that was like so sick and so cool. But we have it on video, and it was just me like stepping. And I stepped, and like I guess the rock slipped from underneath my foot.
Yeah.
And my foot twisted towards like the inside part, and my ankle just like hit the ground, and I felt just like a
Perfect 90 degrees as
Yeah.
well.
like
Ooh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was down and out for the count. And then I like went to like try to get up, and I was like, no, I can't get like I sprained my ankle. Like there's no way that I'm walking on this. So I'm like yelling at the kids. I'm like, go get help. Like go get help. And then there's this like one of our students, I don't even remember like who exactly it was, but they just like started screaming at me, and they're like, Tate, it's raining. Get off the ground. Why are you sitting there? Like get up. To which my response was like, I can't. I hurt my ankle. And then I started crying a lot because I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And so then like the students had to pick me up off the ground and carry me to this like brick wall. But the brick wall, okay, I also probably was hallucinating, but I feel like it was probably like 5 feet high from like where we were.
There was like a like little stairs.
Yeah.
And then there's the brick wall. But then if you weren't on the stairs, like for you to like, in theory, I guess you could have climbed it from like the
Right.
bottom to the top of the brick wall. But that was about like 6 feet or so.
Okay. So they took me over to the stairs, and then one of the youth kids carrying me up the stairs fell off the stairs. And so then I'm like sobbing, and I turn, I'm like, Jack, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. But I'm like, my body's like just dead weight. And like they're passing me over the wall to like Daniel and one of the other like men who are on the trip. And then the two of them like had to carry me into the into like the place where we were staying, and by that point, like my ankle had like swollen up, like looked like there was like a tennis ball underneath my foot, or like where my ankle was, and
Probably bigger, honestly, than a tennis ball. It
yeah,
was, like,
probably.
Pretty, yeah, it's
It was
gnarly.
pretty sick, and thankfully we had like 2 nurses on the trip with us, so I like popped Advil and Tylenol like right away, but those were like the strongest painkillers we had. And then so I confirmed have like partially torn 3 ligaments in my ankle, and it'll be 3 weeks tomorrow that I've been on the mend. And so for the entire trip in Mexico, I was basically on crutches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was a really, honestly, highlight of my trip,
Yeah.
was getting all that attention.
And it was your birthday.
It was your birthday.
So,
Double
and I got a
attention.
sunburn.
And you got a sunburn.
So really,
Heyo.
if you like need to know something about me, it's that I love when all eyes are on me. I love like making things about me. And so I was like, a mission trip's a perfect place because like there's no escape. No one
Yeah.
can walk away from me.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Every time it rained, I ran out and found the slipperiest rocks because I was like, me too, but it never worked.
Ah,
Yeah.
because I did it first.
Yeah, yeah.
You
right.
did it first,
Like,
and everyone was like, down,
Daniel,
get up.
whatever.
You're fine. I was like, yeah, you're right.
So it was
I'll
good.
show you. I'll get a sunburn. 3rd degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doubled down. She saw me trying to like spray my ankle. She's like, "Nuh-uh, watch me get blisters on my back."
Daniel, stop playing in the rain. You have to work.
Yeah, Tate's a girl. She can't shovel concrete.
Mm.
Yeah.
And she can't. No, with a broken ankle.
It's true. But yeah, so now, and then it swelled up even more
Oh,
and
good.
got really bruised.
Yeah.
But now I'm not bruised anymore,
Yay.
which is
Heyo.
good.
Yeah.
So thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no worries.
That's sweet.
Thanks.
Is that sweet?
So
It's sweet that
cool.
it's not swollen anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Yeah.
broken.
That you're on the med.
That you're on the
Yes.
mend. That's pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice. Well, my other question too, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. But like, was there any like proud youth leader moments that you guys had? Like anything that like the kids did that was like, that's like worth noting.
Those are my kids.
No.
You're lying.
That-
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
Yeah, no.
Let me think. I feel like they just all became best friends.
Mm.
And it was like really cute to like, because a lot of them in the beginning, there was like a group here, a group there who would talk, and like a couple people who were like weren't really like integrated into the group. But by the end of it, they were all like such good friends, and like refused to be parted from one another, even when like they were in the worst van. They were in the van that was overheating, so they had to turn the heat on in 36-degree weather. And they were like, "Can we close the windows because we want to play cards?"
Car.
Because they wanted to play Uno together. So I think it was like really cool to see like their like kind of like building community, in the way that they're
Yeah.
still able to like they're still like so funny and like they weren't trying to be all like, oh, we have to be super serious because we're on a mission trip and we're supposed to have like be a certain way. Like they're also like very much like themselves, but they're so like happy to like share their testimonies and like talk about God, but also like joke about stupid stuff. And I'm like, wow, like that's the kind of friendship that like I wished that I had
Yeah.
when I was like 14, 15, 16.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's me going like, wow, I'm really happy that they have this now instead of having to wait
Yeah.
like however many
Mm.
years before they finally find like Christian friends that they like get along with.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Say what about you?
Oh, I feel like I have so many, to be honest. I think that the way that I feel like on a 2-week trip, like so many things like can go wrong. And not that I feel like things like went wrong, but I feel like there was just so many
Things went wrong for sure.
events that happened that like my ankle.
Yeah.
But things like when we had to go down into the canyon, we couldn't like take all of the vans down, and so people had to like hike down.
Mm-hmm.
And so like on this hike down, it like started rainstorming again. And so there was like an hour hike. I would say about an hour, eh?
It was around there, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And like all of our bags are like in the back of a truck and just get like soaked. So like not just the students, but like everybody comes in from like this hike and their clothes are wet, and then they go to like get their luggage out, and it's like heaps of water just like in luggage. Like clothes are soaked. And like not once did I hear any like student complain. Like not once were they like, this sucks, like my clothes are wet, I don't have anything dry to go to bed. Like they were like, no, we'll just like hang them up, they'll be dry in the morning, it's all good.
They weren't.
They weren't, but that's okay. And
But the
like
intention was there.
the intention was. And even just like working, like it was like hot in the sun, and like this like one kid was just like, I just want to help them weld, like I just want to put the mask on, I just want to weld, you know. And it was like, cool, buddy, you know. And then just like with like all like the kids like at the boarding school, getting those like our students to come in for lunch, like pulling them away from these kids was like trying to pull teeth out of like their mouths. They were like, it's okay, like I can eat later, like da da da. We're like, no guys, like we have to eat now, like these people prepared dinner or like lunch for us, like let's go. And they were just so like fully like there and present with all of these kids that were there, and it was just so cool to see like their love just being shared, because we like learned later that apart from like being at the school, a lot of these like children like don't have very loving families at home, and like maybe like don't even like get hugged by their mom and dad.
Right.
So like to have like people come in and just like show like the utmost love and like not even want to be like brought away for 15 minutes to eat from them.
Yeah.
I was just like so proud. And I think like the way that they all got along too, like it was, yeah, so many moments that I was just like, wow, I'm so thankful that like this is like the next generation coming through, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel,
As not a youth leader,
Yeah.
but forced to be a youth leader.
forced to be a youth leader.
Youth leader by
We
proxy.
appreciate you.
Yeah, voluntold maybe.
Yeah. No, not even. I had asked. Tate was like, do you want help fundraising? I'm like, yes.
So then you have to be with the youth.
And I said, that's fine. I don't have $3,000. Anyways, no, yeah, I think as like kind of not really a youth leader, I was in a bit of a different position because I don't know a lot of these kids like at all, minus like the fundraising stuff we've done. But I think it was cool though, just like seeing like, I don't know, I guess like the care, you know what I mean, that they had for like one another, and like, for like me in a lot of ways too. Just like when we first kind of started, like I didn't really talk to many of them just because it was like, you know, I'll have time to talk to them, I guess. But then also like I don't know, I'm not gonna like, oh, you're 14, what's up? We have a lot in common, you know what I mean? Like, but like even to just having like you know, we'd be like at a hotel having breakfast and then come sit next to me and be like, hey, what's up? How you sleep? Da da da. You know what I mean? Just like. And it's like, oh, cool. Like, I remember when I was, like, that age and I was, like, a dweeb. You know what I mean? I was, like, the worst. I was, like, so standoffish and, like, aloof and whatever. And, like, you know, still am, but, like, working on it. But, like, kind of just seeing, like, yeah, like, them, like, really, like, just, yeah, like, caring for one another and, like, being kind to one another. Even to just, like, because, like, it was a multi-generational trip. Like, it would make sense that a lot of them, like, would kind of be... I don't know, like when I was that age, I was like nervous around adults and stuff like that. But like yeah, like they would get along with like everybody, and like, you know, like looking up to some of the older folk that were there and stuff like that, and just yeah, I don't know. I thought just like yeah, like the way that they like looked out for one another, and the way they looked out for like others outside of the youth as best as they can. Obviously, they're still teens, so they can't really do too much. But like even just like I remember like a couple times like we were hiking. And all of them were like, "Oh, like everyone's so good. Like, da da da. Do you guys need water? You got like, you know, make sure everyone's kind of like within you know, whatever. You can still see them over the horizon. Da da da. Like, you know, like, oh, so and so went ahead. I'll run up and catch up to them. Whatever. You know what I mean? Not like, yeah. I don't know.
No
I thought
man
that was
left
really
behind.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Mm-hmm.
All right. And I guess last question that I have before we start to wrap things up. I know that like pranks are usually a pretty big thing for mission trips. Was there anyone who threw like any good pranks? Like you had like one of the biggest pranksters on your trip, I feel like.
I feel like life was just like too tough.
Who
Was
was the
it?
biggest
to add
prankster?
pranks.
Gym.
Gym.
Bro,
That's
he put like
so
a
true.
plastic
Gymmers.
spider in our room once,
So funny.
but like it was like very obviously a plastic spider. It's like no one even was like, everyone's like, oh, what's that? Oh, a plastic spider. You know, like there was no.
He's like, foiled.
Foiled again. I know we got away with it too.
We like held on to it and we never did anything
yeah,
with
I
it.
forgot about it.
So did I,
But we
honestly.
did have in real like a real life scorpion in our room,
Oh.
not placed there,
Not plastic.
by Jim.
Yeah.
The biggest pranks with Mother Nature.
Yeah, for real.
God.
Was the like 100
Gotcha.
the 100 mosquito bites we each got per
Excellent.
leg.
Per leg.
Said,
But like
Yeah.
the scorpion in our room, it like crawled into like a girl's towel,
Oh.
like as she was showering. So she was showering, the curtain was closed. Somehow between her like shaking out her towel before getting into the shower, and then like folding it up and putting it on top of the toilet while she was showering, it like snuck in. Because then she like got out of the shower and was like
Oh, yeah.
drying herself
That's
off.
the worst part is that she used her towel with the scorpion
Yeah,
on
in
her
it.
towel. She didn't feel it
With-
immediately.
Yeah, she like was drying herself off. She was drying her back, and she's like, "Oh, what's this like weird, like thing I feel?" And then like pulled out a scorpion, threw it like across the room.
So
It
scary.
like landed in like the
The garbage can.
the
or
garbage
something.
can, which is like through the grace of God, because if it landed on the ground and like scurries towards you as you're like naked after your shower, what are you gonna do?
You're done?
You know?
We talked about this. Would you guys, let's say, this is
Wait,
nothing
is
to
that
do
the
with-
end of the story first? And then we'll go to.
Oh yeah,
your
and then they
fault.
killed the scorpion.
Okay.
But after that, we were like, "Are these common?"
And they're like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's rain season,
Loads
so
of
they're
them.
everywhere. We're like,
we talked to a lady that lives there. Well, Tate and Hannah were both very nervous because it was in their room. So a lady that was there who was like one of like the leaders there, and we were like, "Is this common?" And she's like, "Yes. If anything, it gets worse."
And she was like, "There's tarantulas."
There's like millipedes. There's like snakes.
And she said, "You just have to be brave." I was like,
oh, I said, I'm not that
Thanks.
brave.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
We did talk about this though.
Yeah.
Let's. What was the question? Or it was like,
it's like, okay, so you're in. So in this hypothetical, it's like, so you're showering, you're like naked, and then you see a scorpion on the ground, and this scorpion, if it stings you, you will die. You can't get to your towel because there's another scorpion perched on top
On
of your
your
towel
towel.
Yeah.
defending it.
100%.
But you have a
Defending
clear
it.
route out to like the door.
Yeah.
But you'd have to run naked past the whole like missions team.
team.
Yeah.
So either like escape naked in front of everyone
Uh-huh.
on the team, or just take the L and get stung.
And die.
Suck
And
the poison
die.
out after.
Suck the poison out.
What would you
guys
rather?
do?
I don't know. We should open this up to our agendites.
Mm.
If you have an answer, put it in the comments or Instagram, whatever we have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo.
Personally, I thought it'd be a very easy decision. I was like,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm not going to die. I would run naked.
Yeah.
But like talking to the youth kids, they like looked at me and they're like, I would get stung. I
would
would take
die.
the L. There's no way I'm running naked. I'm like, but you would die. And they're like, that's fine. I'll be with Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
I'd have to
Good
take the
idea.
L for sure.
You take the L for sure?
Really?
But then they'd have to see your naked body anyway.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And then
Josh,
you would
you're
have pooped
brilliant.
yourself.
Yeah. Your dead naked body.
My dead naked body. Well,
or
I'm
your
not
alive
there.
naked body.
Well, my body's just a vessel borrowed for Christ.
But they'd have to
Amen.
drag your naked dead body out of the bathroom.
Why is it still naked? They can't put a pair of boxes on it.
They probably wouldn't. They probably
Yeah.
just throw a white sheet on you.
Mm.
Call it a day.
Can't
That's
dress
fair
the
enough.
dead.
I think choosing the L is like pretty selfish because now everyone else has to deal with it.
That's so
so
true.
funny.
On a
true.
mission trip, you're like,
And the scorpion's still alive.
The
Yeah.
scorpion's
Yeah,
still
so
there.
Scorpion
There.
can get others.
And Tate's ankle is still
I couldn't even hop away. I actually couldn't even run naked if I wanted to.
You'd have to
I
die.
would have to
You
die.
have
Another
to
option.
hop
I'd be-
naked.
hop,
You might
hop,
have to like Mario jump on it.
That's so funny. All roads lead to Mario. We're back.
yeah,
full circle moment
Mm.
so good.
on the pod.
Well, thanks you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks
Tell
for
us about
having
the-
us.
For having us, yeah.
Yeah, so good.
I'm muy grateful.
Mm.
What does that mean?
Very grateful.
Translation.
Translation?
Very
I'm just
grateful.
on Mexico time still.
Yeah.
It's like really,
last 2 weeks.
it's really hard to like switch back into like speaking English.
Yeah.
Into like the
That's why Tate
Canadian
said
culture.
see. She said, "Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm in Mexico time still."
I can't. She's always on mission. Always on the mission field.
Mm.
Always speaking Spanish for some reason.
See.
We
Wow.
bonjour.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good.
Nice.
All right.
Well,
Well,
The end.
oh yeah, we have
I've
to do,
always
we
wanted
have
to
to
do
do the
this.
thing. So okay, sorry. You, so you,
Put the microphone on your lap.
you have to close your eyes, and then we all try to clap at the same. Tate's about to.
sorry, I'm ready.
Tate's trying to
I'm
poop.
focused.
Tate's about to poop. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Alright, close your.
Oh gosh, sorry. Hold on. That might have been the worst one yet.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
And I had her eyes closed.
I thought we had to keep trying until we got it
I just
right.
had her eyes closed the whole podcast.
Did you
Actually,
get it? That's so funny.
All right.
that's so funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Bye.
Bye.